What?
What would you like for breakfast? I've got plenty of time this morning. I can fix you whatever you want. You know, French toast or bacon and eggs or whatever you want.
I don't want anything to eat, thanks.
All right. Hey, what's so fascinating in the paper this morning, huh?
Paige, there's something here about that friend of yours, Chris Shaw.
Coming through. I'll get it, Bill. Okay, but breakfast is going to be ready in about 2 minutes. I'll be right there.
Morning, Mrs. Wheeler.
What do you want?
I want to know if you've made up your mind about the proposal I made to you the other day.
I don't care for your showing up this way, unannounced. I told you I'd call you, didn't I?
Yes, and I think I might have had to wait a long time for that call.
What if my husband were home?
Then you'd have a problem, wouldn't you? You don't mind my coming in, do you?
I certainly do.
Well, I do so hate doing business on doorsteps. Besides, I don't think you'd want your neighbors to overhear our little discussion, would you?
You can't do this.
I've just done it, Mrs. Wheeler. Perhaps you'd like to do something about it, like call the police. Although somehow, I don't think you'll do that. Not with the information I have.
At this point, the police would be far more interested in you, Mr. Shaw.
Glad to see you keep up with current events.
It seems the police picked you up for questioning in connection with the murder of an employee of yours.
Former employee, Mrs. Wheeler. And the police know that I had nothing to do with sending Bernie Stokes to his reward. My being questioned was a mere formality.
Perhaps. But I do think the police would be interested to learn of your connection with the porno ring that this Mr. Stokes was arrested for earlier.
You don't have any proof of that.
The publicity stills you showed me from the movie my daughter-in-law was in would be proof enough.
What you claim to have seen is not proof, Mrs. Wheeler. You don't have the stills. Although it's true, I did slip a portion of one of them under your door.
I received the envelope.
It was just a reminder.
I don't need to be reminded. Do you think I would ever forget those pictures you showed me of Paige? I remember them all too well.
I'm waiting for your decision, Mrs. Wheeler.
Chris Shaw's in the paper?
Yep. Apparently a former employee of his was found murdered. The body was found hanging in the closet of his trailer.
Hanging in the closet? That's terrible, Dennis.
Well, the trailer was being used by that guy who used to work for you. Billy Joe.
And they say they don't have a clue as to who did it.
Well, they don't even have a motive. Paige, this Shaw guy hasn't been bothering you, has he?
Chris? No, the last time I saw him was that day that you ran into him at my office. Darling, I'm so sorry about last night.
I don't want to talk about it, all right?
I know I should have told you that I was going to the police. But
what?
I just didn't think it was right to involve you in the whole mess again.
No. Instead, you'd rather have me go half out of my mind wondering what happened to you.
All right. I was wrong. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Paige, I wouldn't be so upset if I didn't care so much about you.
I care about you, too. That's why I'm so furious with myself for doing something so thoughtless. I just wish I could forget about the whole thing and didn't have to go down to the police station this morning.
Well, I think it'd be a good idea if I went down to the police station with you.
Oh, no, I don't think that would be such a good idea, honey.
Well, why not? I don't mind. All I've got to do is get on the phone and call Vicky, tell her I'll be a little late. That's all.
No, I don't think you should do that, honey. Dennis, all they're going to do is show me all of these pictures of suspects, and it's going to be so boring because I'm not going to be able to identify any of them. You'll just sit around all morning without anything to do.
Paige, I don't mind. I mean, as a television reporter, I'm going to be spending a lot of time around police stations.
Darling, this is really something I'd rather do myself, all right? Okay. I'll get ready, all right?
Well, what do you say, Mrs. Wheeler? Are you interested in doing business with me or not?
Of course I am. But you have to understand, it isn't easy for me to raise the kind of money you're demanding.
$1 million? It's not much money these days.
It's a great deal, even for me.
If you're stalling...
I'm not!
I don't like being put off, Mrs. Wheeler. I want you to act quickly on this. As I told you before, it would be very easy for me to get another buyer. A porno film starring Alex Wheeler's daughter-in-law has great box office potential. Don't you agree?
You have to give me time.
For what? I'm sure that once you explain to your husband what you need the money for, he'll make the necessary arrangements.
My husband mustn't know about this.
Well, maybe you should tell him.
He wouldn't understand. He'd see you in prison, or worse, before he would allow himself to be blackmailed.
I wish you wouldn't use that word, Mrs. Wheeler. I'm merely offering you an opportunity to invest in my next film.
Call it whatever you like. It's going to take me a while to come up with the money.
How long?
I don't know.
I am not a patient man, Mrs. Wheeler. I'd hoped that you'd have seen that by now. You know, I'm especially impatient when you insist on doing things behind my back.
What things?
I'm talking about your going to Paige about this. I don't think that that was very smart of you.
Why shouldn't I have gone to her? After all, she's in the film you're trying to sell me. Besides, what goes on between us is our business. Just as your proposal is between you and me. That is, unless there's more between you and Paige than I know about.
Oh, we're merely friends.
Friends? You have a very strange way of treating your friends.
Don't concern yourself with that, Mrs. Wheeler. You just get this money and you get it fast because I'm not waiting much longer.